Did someone slap you because you had a disagreement? Did someone accuse you of gender-based violence? That is what we are talking about. We are not looking at the end results, but how did you go to the extent of having gender-based violence in your marriage, in your relationship, or in your workplace? This is because it is a cycle, and abusers have a cycle that goes on and on and on. When you think that things have been resolved, then still things are there. So today we are looking at the cycle or the phases that go for us to start saying that you're experiencing gender-based violence. Stay with me. This is Phyllis, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Phyllis Shiko so that you can be able to move together in these topics. Look at Moses Basket Initiative in all other social media platforms so that you can get these trainings. We also offer trainings. You call us to your stations, to your church, to your school, and we'll be able to discuss. Even in your NGO, we have the best training materials that we have to share with you people, and our fans and our families and every other person who is watching us. So today we are looking at what is this that you're talking about when it comes to gender-based violence, the cycle. You remember, you don't start anywhere to just start, you're not a crazy person who wakes up in the morning and beats somebody, or you slap somebody, or you abuse them. No. It starts from somewhere. So we say that you have been okay in your relationships and tension starts to build because of unresolved issues. So you fought yesterday, you argued about something, you threw it under the carpet. The other time somebody said something and you threw it under the carpet. The other time you ignored it all. The other time you started also bringing other issues. So tension starts to build in that relationship. That is when we start seeing you people not agreeing in anything in the house or in the office or in the school or in church. So there's that constant disagreement and tension is building. That is phase one, and where we're saying number one is that tension building in that relationship. There's heat in that relationship. You're not agreeing on anything. You're not agreeing on any discussion that you're having. There's no conclusion on anything. You ask about last night, what did you say? How did we resolve? There's nothing. There are people who are naturally, they don't like solving issues, and they are not good solving problems, in solving any problems. So they create more issues. So you find that in your relationship with this person, in whatever capacity, you have not been able to resolve the tension between the two of you. Another number two, we want to look now that you having this tension. How do you resolve this tension and you have not resolved them? You have swept them under the carpet. Number two, we say you start going to where we call acute explosions phase. So here is where now the slap is coming in, the fist is coming in, the quarrels are coming in, the abuse is coming in, you're fighting. So this is now physical. Either you're fighting physically with a slap, with a hand, with anything, or a glass, you're hitting the other person, you're throwing your phone on the wall and all that. And there's this one now again of emotion, using words and emotions to frustrate the other person. So all this is, we are calling this acute explosion. On acute explosion, when it happens in this phase, it means that you are hurting one another in one way or the other, either physically, emotionally, and you are not together. The person has a black eye, the other person has been hit, I don't know with what, somebody has been cut, you're using any other means in the house as weapons, or in the office where your boss is forcing you into the sexual relationship and you don't want it, and there's just an explosion. So maybe they start frustrating you by writing you a letter of termination, so to scare you that, okay, we are going to fire you if you're not going to give me the sexual favors and all that. So these things happen, and there's just that explosion. And when the explosion happens is where everything evil, everything ugly we don't want to see, we are seeing in this stage. So when you realize it is coming to this phase, it means that the gender-based violence has come in, and we are seeing that you are in a violent situation. We are seeing that you are in an abusive relationship. This is where now we recognize that this is not just love, but this is love with hatred. This is love that has turned bitter. This is love that has turned into sour. It has turned into something very ugly, and therefore you are not able to move forward from this one. So this is where you realize as a human being that actually I need to do something at this point of acute explosion. So you either choose to stay, or either you choose to walk away, or seek help from other people there who are around you. But I keep telling people, never seek solution when you're facing a gender-based violence from your in-laws. No, you can't. That is their child, and they will never support you in any way. So don't keep rushing to your in-laws as one of the points to solve your gender-based violence issue that you're having. Look for other people who are external and not family also, so that you can be able to get serious help to move out of that situation. Then number 3, we come to where now this abuser or this person who has abused you in any of the way, either male or female, because all of us face gender-based violence, they start to reconcile. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. You know, you remember I'm saying a cycle of gender-based violence. So they start saying sorry, they start being remorseful, they start giving you gifts, they start selling you or sending you flowers for no good reason, and they start selling you chocolate. If it's a man, you get a watch, you get a trouser, you get a belt, you know, to just tell you, I'm sorry, we need to resolve this, we need to reconcile this issue. It wasn't to be that big, you know, it is my temper, or it is the hour, the moment, the moment of what do we say? The moment of, at the moment of the heat. So I acted out of anger. And that anger is going to finish you, it's going to destroy you, because it will not be one time, it will not be 2 times, it will be forever. Because this reconciliation and remorse needs to be from the heart and not just the mouth. The abusers, if somebody is an abuser, this is just a word of mouth, it's not the real action. But if they mean it, you will know it, because this is your person and you know. So you need to ask yourself, am I really in the gender-based violence space? Is it a cycle? Are you seeing a repetition of this cycle in your life where you keep fighting, reconciling, keep fighting, reconciling, and all that? So if it is not that severe, it can be resolved when it is young. But when it is a cycle, it's a series of events, it's a complex type of trauma that you're going through again and again and again and again, then we need to look into the issue and say, you are facing gender-based violence cycle. This is a phase, and this person is not ready to change. Can you give them space, maybe a year or 2? If they're able to sit with you down and talk about it and face it, then that's okay. If they're not ready to change, especially when you hear somebody telling you a statement like this, oh, you know, I've not changed, you know, the way you left me, the names you called me and all that, I'm still holding them. So there's nothing that changed. We cannot reconcile, we cannot talk. That is very dangerous. It means they are still not ready for reconciliation and the honeymoon phase. The women who are in the offices where men are dominant, you will get a lot of gender-based violence in different capacities. Oh, she's a woman, she needs to stay in the office. Oh, she's the woman, she needs to cook in the kitchen. Imagine they are your fellow staffs and they're telling you to cook, and yet just because you are a woman, and it's not even in your job description. So those things happen, and you need to realize, is it a cycle always? And if it is a cycle, it means you need to walk out or seek help, and you need a therapy or you need a counseling services. And that is where Moses Basket comes in. We offer counseling services, we offer therapy sessions for you, either group or individuals, and that is why we talk about these issues. So we welcome you in our space so that you can come, relax here, and enjoy all this that we have here if you have a lot of stress on gender-based violence. So welcome, and see you again. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Phyllis Chiko and Moses Basket Initiative, in all our social media platforms, so that we can move together and help one another where we can. You can reach us through our DM so that we can talk. I'm here for you, and we can discuss more on gender-based violence to realize it is a cycle in your life.